So I finished that bottom half. Still got the flare and the top half to go. Actually, got the rear of the car and the front and the clip. Still a lot to go, so much to go. Oh, my arms are dying. So a few low spots on this rear fender. It's a bit bumpy. Like maybe 6 months ago, I used the poly wheel in this square just here. So that's why you can see that deviation just there. Poly wheels are notorious for when you hit sharp edges. Can't get it to focus. Yeah, see that? That's a chunk of the poly wheel. When I hit a sharp edge, chunks fly out at you. And holding the angle grinder in this angle, it's spinning this way, it's flicking chunks back at your face and well, I mean, I've got all my safety gear, like my breathing, ears and eyes, but you know, there's still parts of your face that are uncovered, and I already got to deal with hot shards of molten metal coming at me. This area here is usually a nice square corner before it drops down. It's a nice thick disc, and you don't get much of that ground down before it rounds off. So, you know, these areas in here, down in there, down in the drip trays, you know, it's a job for the sandblaster. You can't get in there with the poly wheel. I might leave it in this metal look for a while because I've got so much rust. As you can see, that corner of the door and the rockers and sills down here. So much of it needs to be rebuilt that, you know, and then obviously in this body line as well, the roof line. Yeah, so there's so much rust work that I've got to fix that it's going to have to stay in this metal finish for a while, which I love. I love that metal look. If I could clear over it and be done with it, I wouldn't be too disappointed, but I don't know. I think down the track I'd want to paint it. It doesn't matter what happens from here. It'll be metal look for a little while, and then I think I'll see a paint theme or colour that I really like, and I'll end up painting it anyway. You see this area here and here and here? That looks like it's been lead filled at some stage. I don't know if they were doing that from the factory or if that's a repair job. It looks more like a repair job to me at some stage in the years gone by. Okay, I just wanted to make a mention. I've just finished wetting it down and reminded me to KBS Rust Blast. Okay, so it does leave a zinc coating, yes, but I don't know if I've mentioned it, an etch as well. So it's not just zinc, it's a phosphate coating. Okay, so I stopped in and talked to a panel beater when I left the workshop today. Apparently this stuff just needs to be washed off really well, and then you can epoxy prime, no big issues, just as long as it's washed really well. It's a promo vehicle at the end of the day, so I'm just kind of making it presentable, and it's a mobile billboard. I'm using rubber gloves and I'm using breathing apparatuses and eye and hearing protection. If you're going to do any of this work, you have to have the safety gear. There's no real point in putting all this work into your pride and joy and then having cancers, or, you know, an angle grinder slip and, you know, maybe a piece of the angle grinder disc flies off and hits in the face and might hit in the eye. So, you know, you got to take care with everywhere you can, because this is not going to be the last vehicle that I'm going to be working on, and your vehicle won't either. So just make sure you got all that safety gear. It's all fun and games until something goes wrong, and then you could lose your eyesight, you could have hearing damage. It's good fun, it's very rewarding, but you have to take the risk with the reward, and you just got to be safe. Alright guys, see you in the next video.